How's everybody going? So I was just starting to do some maintenance on my Rainbowfish aquarium, and obviously I moved to this house 6 weeks ago, and well, for the last 4 weeks I have literally done nothing but top up water and feed the fish. Obviously I have been keeping an eye on, nitrates and such, and being a stable system and overgrown with plants and not much stock in it. It is going fine. There's no algae. Oh, there's some algae. Obviously you get a little bit of the blackbeard, but I don't really mind it. As you can see, I've got my nitrate, nitrate factory in the back there. That's all getting that K1 micro nice and primed, ready for the sump that it will be in the future. So as I've stated in the past, this tank is actually just for grow out of fish and plants. Everything that you see here will be moved into one of my 6-foot aquariums in the future. So they're going great. But as you can see, that stuff that I left, the plants that I left floating, have pretty much taken over the top of the tank. Not long ago, about an hour ago, when I started moving bits and pieces, I actually pulled half of it out. As you can see, it's floating down here with the goldfish now. So there was a fair bit, as you could see, in 4 weeks. It overtook the tank. And all the goldfish want to say hello. They're not going to be in here for long. They will be going in a pond out the back, which I will be starting that project in, I think, 3 or 4 days. I'll make sure to record most of the steps in that. Had a bit of an emergency 3 days ago, or 4 days ago now. As you can see, there's someone in quarantine. He's not looking too best at the moment, but you'll notice as soon as the fish notices I'm here, yeah, he'll start swimming around and being active. I actually had to rescue it out of the Texas Holy Rock. As you can see, that in the very center of the frame, its little head was poking out, and I think it was stuck in there for a couple of days. So yeah, my bad on that one for not noticing. But yeah, these guys will be getting moved soon. And then once they're moved, this will be set up properly. I will have the sump connected and overflow, everything running. Let's see, how is he going? You can see a bit of a wound on his back, but very active once it notices I'm here. Well, yep, as I said, very active. Come straight for me. Anyways, that's enough of the goldfish. But going back to the rainbows, growing pretty good. Almost ready for their big tank. And you can see from the previous videos of my budget planted tank or dirted tank, this is how it looks now. Completely overgrown. No fertilizers whatsoever. Just CO2 and fish. So yeah, there's a number of projects going on here at the moment. And within a few days, so I will be starting my gaming stream with a camera. As you can see, the setup is sort of getting there. The far right screen, I'll have all comments. Left screen, maybe a little bit of TV, you know, just normal TV and gaming. You can see the PlayStation in the corner and the Xbox hidden where it belongs, you know, hidden. Yeah, it's all coming together nicely. A couple of my quads, as you can see, one of them's a little bit smashed up. I'll get around to fixing it soon. It's one of my builds. And this is just a cheap factory job. Anyways, that pretty much sums it up for the setup at the moment. Slowly but surely, it's coming together nicely. After I finish this recording, I will be pulling most of this out and be putting it in that for the moment, just to keep it alive, so it can be transplanted to the pond when that gets set up in a few days. But yeah, my kids finally went to sleep, so I've had a chance to do a bit of recording without constant interruptions. I will be ordering some more stock, some more Australian rainbows. These guys are actually from Papua New Guinea, but I'm going to be ordering a number of endangered species. Oh, before I end the video, I may as well end with the feeding. See how aggressive these guys are when it comes to eating. Every feed, I start them off with a vegetable flake. They get through that really quickly. And then I give them some micro pellets. So yeah, very soon, in the next week, that moving bed reactor will be taken out, and all that K1 micro is going to be put with another, what, I think about 10-15 litres to make a much larger moving bed filter, which is going to be part of the pond system outside. So obviously from the days I was doing aquaponics, I've still got, I think, a 50 litre bag sitting in the garage of K1 micro, fresh, never used. To be honest, if I never watched any of Dustin's Fish Tanks videos, I probably never would have set up a dirter tank. Alright, I'll give the Goldies a little something. They're going to probably want a little bit more. Well, I can't forget my little sick friend in there. Sees it's feeding time, trying to get into it too. There you go, buddy. I was really worried for the first day after rescuing it out of the rock. He wasn't really swimming, lethargic. But now, anytime it knows I'm around, it will stop resting in the corner and be acting like the other ones. So give it a week in its little quarantine and it should be good. All the other guys will probably already moved to the pond outside by that time, but I want to keep that one in here with me. Just keep an eye on it. From a few days being stuck in the rock, yeah, it was a bit skinny. Well, I guess these things happen. Alright. We'll give these guys a little bit of a top up. They did not waste anything. I'm going to actually start moving these guys into bigger pellets. But the pellets that I originally had were just a bit too big for these guys' mouths. Not so much the reds, but the neons and my smaller turquoise rainbows, yeah, they couldn't get the bigger pellets down. And one day when I saw that neon with a pellet in its mouth, couldn't swallow it, was having issues trying to spit it out, I thought, yeah, I better not put them in the tank anymore. So I'll always let them have a bit of a feed before I do actually put some larger pellets in for the reds. But yeah, other than that, the aquarium's going great, nice and stable. Plants are growing ridiculously good, and I'm going to be starting to pick out bits of plants here and there, start moving them to the other systems, start moving them to the pond that's going to be outside as of next week, and yeah, just keep it all going. Hopefully soon I'll be able to make a much bigger version of this, and all these rainbows will be moving to that, and this will end up a shrimp tank. So this one will be the shrimp tank. That will end up being set up properly as a rainbow tank, and the other one that's like this but an extra 2 foot longer is going to be the planted rainbow tank. So, you know, it's going to take a bit of time, but it'll get there eventually. And for my gaming setup, there's not much that needs to be done here. Obviously, I'll be setting up the camera over the top of the smaller TV. So when you got the camera view, you'll have the camera view of me that's sitting here, and you'll still have the view of the aquarium as sort of my backdrop from the angle the way I'll have the camera. So that's a bit of sneak peek for what people will see in my future streams. And obviously I won't be so drowned and tired sounding, because it won't be late at night. And I'm a lot more energetic when I'm playing. So yeah, within the next few days, these guys are going to be getting moved outside. I'll be setting up the pond, and I will make sure to film every bit of it. So until then, have a good one, and keep life random and interesting.